outside. It's so windy and wet. There's a typhoon, letter V, Verbena, which is now in Mindanao. So these are just the outer perimeter of the typhoon, so which is not going to directly hit us. But it's also bringing cold winds. Not bad. November 25. Bit busy yesterday. Also got a haircut. And when we left yesterday, I saw an accident along the main road. Not the main road in Commonwealth Avenue, but the main road here outside the subdivision, which we sort of missed when we were still walking. So that means that the accident happened after our walk. So it turns out that there was a van, container van, that was filled with a lot of, looks like delivery stuff. Like for Grab and those kind of things, that went out of control, and it just turned on its side, ramming through a fence before it did. The only problem was it caused traffic. So I thought maybe by the time we come back, that'll be gone and there'll be no more traffic. And that was a pretty too positive. Too positive thoughts. Because by the time we came back, it was still there. And the traffic was all the way to the end. The tail end was at the top of the hill. You look up in the clouds, they don't seem to be moving. But I could feel a wind. Issue had been resolved. Traffic seems to be moving flawlessly. Let's see if they had removed the van, and I'll show you the effects of the accident. Plastic is unlawful in this area. So that's where the accident happened. The van was on its side, on top of the pavement. So you could see the galvanized roofing sheets here. There you go. So it ripped off. See? Wow. This is where the van finally finished. Oh man. What's amazing about that accident is no one perished. Very, very lucky. According to the story, the driver was alert and was able to avoid any further mishaps. Scary thing about that incident is if you're walking and then the van suddenly runs over you, and I've seen an accident happen very, very similar to what I'm describing right now. And I saw the lady who got run over. She's never forget that for the rest of my life. Happened in front of me. So yesterday when I left, the traffic was so bad, so I had to do a shortcut inside this community. Yeah. Look at that. I'm pretty sure that guy is going to do a shortcut too. Problem is, he's in a car. Motorbike is fine inside, not a car. That is one overused vehicle. So much garbage, so much trash. The tail end of the traffic. And it is not bad. Bad is if the tail end reaches the bridge. That's bad. She's taking her daughter to school, accompanied by their dog. It's like the dog is having a difficult time following, not trained. Staying in clinic. So basically, what it's for is for women who are about to give birth and just want to stay in a clinic rather than stay at home. And of course, hospitals won't accept them because they're not ready to give birth yet. Lying in clinic. I guess that's what it's for. To the other side. Oh God. Be careful. Okay. There you go. Traffic. I'm not sure if this camera has zoom capabilities, but I was surprised with the SJ6 Legend. It has zoom capabilities. Let's see. Those cars. Not nice. It's not even 6 o'clock yet. So I've been watching a lot of those Chinese vloggers or Chinese vlogs. So these are done by people who are tourists who have been staying in China and they're vlogging about China. And one thing you'll notice is China is almost like a free economy. So communism is when the state provides everything for you. So you have to remember back in the 1950s, 60s, when they were strict, when they were still serious communists, and there will be a transition to a freer economy, and your way of life will be determined like on your own. Self-determination. But to do this, they have to provide the proper infrastructures. Back in the day, all of the people's commuting were done on bicycles, and now all vehicles. So imagine if you suddenly open the economy and with self-determination without the proper infrastructure, that will be chaos. Even beat America because they have a high-speed train. And what's even more amazing, they provide this public transportation with cheap prices, subsidized by the state. Amazing. And their template for development is Western with a Chinese touch. There's a lot of food establishments here. Wow. Not bad. More and more. Maybe I could buy my food in it next time. Road and entering the alley. Doesn't really look like an alley. It still looks pretty wide for me. Well, now check this out. Let's see. Now this is an alley. Where are we gonna come out? Here. 1, 2, 3, 4 stories. Wow. I'll land here with a shack on top. So they could have been an earlier and failed to develop. Oh. Even has a tree house. How cool. That's wow. Oh good. Okay. Yeah. That motorbike turned to that alley. I wonder if it goes anywhere. Okay, let's see. Wow. Not new here. Air conditioning. Okay. I'm just following the and they use it as parking space. Can't believe what I just saw. One of the houses here has a garage, but instead of a car, they put a small swimming pool. Now that's amazing. This is a very long alley. 1, 2, 3, 5 floors. Wow, that's 5 floors. 5. Oh. Just took out his car from the garage. That is okay. I wish I could have stopped and taken some photos. I have no idea what road this is, but it's very active. And this could be the usual road. Yeah, it is. Wow. If you could only smell what I'm smelling. All the mothers waiting outside the school building. I don't know whether they'll be waiting until their children finishes. Maybe. We just go home and do some housework. But I think this is also their time to socialize. Amazing. The establishments are now open. I don't know whether that's owned by the local council. Ah, that's the progress of the station. That doesn't look like he'll be finishing soon. Amazing. Oh. Church is almost finished. These modern churches lost its character, unlike the old churches back in the day. They look like Western churches. Cornell's finally has a main branch. Amazing. Wow. Along Commonwealth Avenue. Wow. The Bible vendors. The car washes. Check out that road. Why don't we do it in the road? 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 Somebody could be watching us. Why don't we do it in the road? Prayer worship. Just kidding. This is a popular place for exercises. Imagine this on sidewalk. This guy keeps on adjusting his shorts. Maybe I was thinking he should have chosen a different shorts for walking. Boy, this guy's really having a problem with his butt. Probably insects inside. He couldn't take it anymore and stopped. Another new government building. Thinking about the face. How did we learn to establish the face as the determining factor? Face. So he uses umbrella as a shelter. Very interesting. Look at that. I couldn't load anything with my clicker. We are now back in the rural area. Yeah, just kidding. I'm pretty sure if you look back, you'll know where we are. Across a cat that just kept staring at a cage. Really weird. It appears as if it wants to go inside the cage. So probably the cage was his shelter and he escaped. Now he wants to come back and the cage is closed. So happy that we finished our errand yesterday. It's raining now. Look at the pram. I wonder if you could still hear that song. So it turns out to be a Christian song. And it's beginning to fall. Oh. So check out the weather. And hopefully our socks won't get wet. Back at our corner, and that guy who sells taho will be saying good morning once we get past him. I was right. Everywhere I see him, he'd always greet me. And today he just happens to be there. Amazing. Times it's not too busy today. Oh man. That aircon bracket almost missed my head. And I'm not even that tall. It's sticking out towards the very, very narrow sidewalk. Oh man, this sidewalk is very slippery. Oh wow. Store, the coffee shop Palpitate. That's where they started. Now they are at the Tanay overlooking Laguna de Bay. Amazing. So banana is 80 pesos a kilo. And saba is 40 pesos a kilo. Back at the main road. The traffic has not subsided. In fact, looks like it even got worse. The tail end is shorter. Tail end has now gotten longer. Traffic is the worst place to get stuck in if you're on a big bike. It's the heat produced by a big bike is just unbelievable. Big bikes are good for long rides, moving, and no traffic, and also cold weather. And if you're gonna buy a big bike for this kind of climate, you're better off without any cowl or cover, because you have to think of the traffic. It goes all the way down. Probably even stretches to, I hope it's not reaching the bridge. A portion of the retaining wall they fixed, and this is the part that they haven't. And it will be falling soon. One more light rain. Scene of the accident. Most likely he was trying to slow down or stop, so he swerved to the right, hit all these barriers and fence before toppling over on its side here. Amazing. Oop. Oh man. Saw that?